Hello all, welcome to the class of Complex Analysis, Probability and Statistical Methods 18 Mac 41. Today I'll be teaching a topic in Module 4, Statistical Methods, and the topic name is Curve Fitting by the Method of Least Squares. Myself, Dr. Madhura, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. Curve fitting by the method of least squares. So we are learning curve fitting by the method of least squares. So first let us understand what is the curve fitting by the method of least squares. The method of finding a specific relation y is equal to f of x for the given data to satisfy as accurately as possible is known as the method of least squares. And an equation which satisfies the above condition is called the best fitting equation or the curve of best fit. We'll try to understand the method of finding a specific relation. The method of finding a specific relation y is equal to f of x, a Cartesian curve, for the given data. Means a set of values of x and y would be given for us to satisfy as accurately as possible is known as the method of least squares. The method of least squares and an equation which satisfies the above condition. The above condition is called the best fitting equation. Is called the best fitting equation or the curve of best fit. Means given the set of values of x and y, we are going to fit a particular curve. A particular curve might be a straight line equation, might be a second degree parabolic equation, etc. So in our syllabus, we will be dealing with fitting of a straight line y is equal to ax plus b or a plus bx. And we are going to fit a straight line, we are going to fit a second degree parabola of the form y is equal to a plus bx plus bx square. And we also fit curves of the form y is equal to a into x power b. So let us see them one by one. So first, we'll see fitting of a straight line. Fitting of a straight line, which is of the form a plus bx. It might be the alternate form also. Here, first I'll consider with a plus bx. So y is equal to a plus bx form. We are going to fit the normal equations. We are going to write down the associated normal equations for a straight line. And these normal equations will help us to fit the curve appropriately. So let us write down the associated normal equations. Normal equations are sigma y is equal to n a plus b into sigma x. So let me explain how we are writing down these equations. We have the straight line equation in the form y is equal to a plus bx. So we take sigma throughout for the given straight line form. So sigma y will be the left hand side, and a is added n times because we write down sigma a. When we write down sigma a is added n times. N is the number of terms given for us in the given data. So a is added n times will give us na plus b into sigma x. A and b are constant, so b I have written outside. B into sigma x means sum of all the x values. Now we will write down the second equation. The normal equation associated with the second one is we multiply throughout by x for this. We multiply the straight line equation with x and then take sigma. So we obtain sigma x into y is equal to a into sigma x plus b into sigma x square. How do we get the two normal equations is, first one we take sigma throughout directly, second one we multiply by x, the independent variable, and then take sigma throughout. So that is how we get two normal equations associated with a straight line. Now why is it two normal equations is, we have two constants involved in the straight line, that is a and b. That is the reason we'll be writing two associated normal equations. So these two equations will help us to find out the values of a and b, and accordingly we will be able to fit into the given straight line equation of the form y is equal to a plus bx. Now coming on to the second one, fitting of a second degree parabola. Fitting of a second degree parabola, which is of the form y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. So obviously when we have different forms of the straight line equation or the second degree parabola, accordingly we will write on the normal equations, right? So we have now y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square form. So let us write down the associated normal equations for this. Associated normal equations are sigma y. So we observe the second degree parabolic equation which is given for us, where there are three constants involved, a, b and c. So since there are three constants involved, we'll have to write down the three equations, normal equations associated with it. So first of the equation, we will take summation directly and write on the normal equation. Taking summation directly, we will be able to write on the first normal equation. Second equation, we will multiply by x throughout and take sigma. Third equation, we will multiply throughout by x square and take summation or sigma. So three equations are involved in the second degree parabolic equation because there are three constants involved, a, b, c. We take sigma throughout for the first equation. Second equation, multiply by x and take sigma. Third equation, multiply by x square and take sigma. So first equation will give us sigma y is equal to na plus b into sigma x plus c into sigma x square. Second equation, sigma xy is equal to a into sigma x plus b into sigma x square plus c into sigma x cube. Third equation, multiply throughout by x square and take sigma. So sigma x square y is equal to a into sigma x square plus b into sigma x cube plus c into sigma x power 4. So this is how we write down the normal equations for second degree parabola, which is of the form y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Sometimes the second degree parabolic equation can be also of the form y is equal to ax plus b, ax square plus bx plus c. Then accordingly, we will write down the normal equations. Okay. Now we'll see with the third one. I'll just write it down in the next page. Third equation is fitting of the curve y is equal to a x power b. Fitting of the curve of the curve y is equal to ax power b. So this is the power form of the question for us. For the power form of the question, let us see how we are going to fit the equation respectively. Fitting of the curve y is equal to ax power b. So first we consider the given curve y is equal to ax power b. For any curves which are of this form, we take natural logarithmic on both sides, which I'll represent as ln because we see ln itself in our calculator for natural logarithmic. So we take ln on both sides. This is nothing but log to the base e on both sides, natural logarithmic. So which will give us ln y is equal to ln of a into x power b. Now we can use logarithmic properties in the right hand side. Log of a into b. It is in that form. Log of a into b is equal to log a plus log b. And this can be written as log a plus b into log x. Again, using the logarithmic property, log m power n is equal to n log m. Of that form it is. Log m power n is equal to n log m. Now we observe left hand side is same, that is log y as it is. Now we will represent for convenient log y is equal to say capital Y and log x is equal to say capital X. So that this reduces to of the form, and we also take the constant here. Let us also take the constant as well. Log a is equal to capital A. I'm representing the same variables just in terms of the capital letters I'm using, right? So we will be able to reduce and write it down as y is equal to a plus small b as it is into x. We observe that this is a straight line. This represents a straight line. And we are already familiar how to write down the normal equations for a straight line. So its normal equations are sigma capital Y is equal to NA, because A is added n times. We are actually representing sigma A. Sigma A is nothing but, sigma means summation. So we are summing up A n times, which gives us NA plus B into sigma X. This is the first equation. Second equation, we are writing the normal equations for the straight line. Okay. Now, second equation is multiplied throughout by capital X and then taking sigma. So sigma capital X into Y is equal to A into sigma capital X plus B into sigma capital X square. So these are the associated normal equations for the straight line. We observe that the given curve was y is equal to ax power b. The power form of the question, taking log, natural log on both sides, we are able to reduce to a straight line equation. So once we have reduced to straight line equation, we are able to write on the normal equations accordingly. And these normal equations will help us to find out capital A and small b. Capital A and small b. Once we have found capital A and small b, we can obviously find out small a by taking anti-log of capital E. So once I know capital small a and small b values, we can fit into the given curve. So y is equal to ax power b is the given form of the curve. So our aim is to know small a and small b values. So that is why we find out capital A first and then small a. Small a is anti-log of capital E. So this is how we frame the normal equations for the given curves. Our syllabus consists of these equations: fitting of a straight line y is equal to a plus bx, fitting of the second degree parabola y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square form, and the third one y is equal to ax power b form. Now we can see problems on these categories. Now we will see problems. First, fit a straight line. Fit a straight line. Y is equal to a plus bx in the least square sense, in the least square sense for the following data. For the following data. Let us write down the given set of values of x and y. X values are 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 14. And the respective values of y are 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So given a set of values of x and y, we have to fit a straight line which is of the form y is equal to a plus bx. So a particular format, if they have already given, we will fit accordingly. Or if they just mention fit a straight line, either you can take a plus bx form or you can take ax plus b form. Either of them are correct. So we have to fit the normal equations according to the format of the straight line, whatever is being mentioned. Right. So we will first write down the normal equations for the curve y is equal to a plus bx, followed by we will frame a table, relevant table, what and all the summations are required for us. Accordingly, we'll frame a table and obtain the small a and small b values, constant values a and b. Once obtained small a and small b values, they will fit into the given curve. We'll substitute them into the given curve, which gives us the straight line equation for the given set of data, which is approximately equal to b. So let us do the solution now. Normal equations for y is equal to a plus bx are, we'll write down normal equations. How do we write down? We will not memorize or by heart any particular formula here. We can directly just remember that since there are two constants involved, a and b, we will take summation throughout for the first of the normal equation. And for the second one, we multiply by the independent variable x and take sigma. And then take sigma. So sigma y is equal to NA plus b into summation x. Second one, sigma xy is equal to a sigma x plus b sigma x square. It is always NA here for the first one. That's because a is taken summation, means summation a, means a is added n times. That is why we are getting n into a. Okay, we can directly write down that in the normal equations always. I'll call them as equation 1 for us. Now, here the value of n for this particular data, the value of n is, there are n sets of values of x and y given for us. Let us count how many sets of values are given. So x and y, particularly one set, second, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here there are 8 sets of data given for us. That is why n equal to 8. Now we'll form the relevant table. So first two columns will be always the values of x and y for us. X and y are the first two set of values for us always. So first column is for x, second column is for y. Then we have to find out x into y here. When we observe, we want these summations. That is, sum of all y values we want, sum of all x values we want. Then we want sum of x into y. So we need to take the product x into y. So that will be the third column for us, x into y. Then lastly, we want x square. Summation x square we want. So that is the reason we will obtain or create a column for x square. So let us first represent what are we denoting respectively by. So first column is for x values, second one for y, third one for x into y, fourth one for x square. Now we'll write down the respective values of x and y first, column wise. So we have 1, x values I'm writing, 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 14. Respective values of y are 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Now we will do the product x into y. Let us perform the product. 1 into 1 is 1. 3 into 2, x into y we are performing. So 3 into 2, 6. 4 4s are 16, 24, 40, 63, 88, and the last value is 126. Now we will perform x square, squaring of all the values of x column we are trying to do. So we have 1, 9, 16, 36, 64, 81, 121, and 14 square is 196. Now we need to sum up all these values. We need to sum up all these values. So let us write down the summation values here. Summation values we are trying to write down below. Sum up summation x, summation y, followed by summation xy, and lastly summation x square. So all that we are trying to sum up now. This gives us sum of all x values using calculator will give us 56. Sum of all y values is 40. Sum of all x into y values is 364. And lastly, sum of x square, summation x square is equal to 524. 524. Now, what are these values are going to help us? These values, these summations are going to help us in substituting into equation 1. We will substitute all these summations carefully into equation 1 and solve them simultaneously. We'll do that in the next page. So substituting in equation 1, we get 40 is equal to 8a plus 56b, and 364 is equal to 56a plus 524b. These equations, when we want to solve in calculators simultaneously, two equations, two unknowns, it's better to write down in this format, that it is of the form 8a plus 56b is equal to 40, and then 56a plus 524b is equal to 364. Solving simultaneously, we get a is equal to 0.55, b is equal to 0.64. You can use calculator to solve these simultaneous equations and try to obtain the answers for a and b. Now, this is not our final solution. We need to fit these values. We need to fit these values into the given curve. The given curve is y is equal to a plus bx form. So we need to fit the values into this curve. So let us substitute and write down the curve of best fit. The curve of best fit is, it is in the form y is equal to a plus bx we had taken. So we need to substitute in the same format. Y is equal to a plus bx form. Y is equal to a plus bx. So that is y is equal to 0.55 plus 0.64 into x. When we substitute the values of x from the given data, the respective values of y are approximately obtained from this equation. I repeat, when we substitute the given set of values of x from the given data, approximately we will be getting the respective values of y that are there in the given question, but it will be obviously an approximate answer. So this is how we find or we fit a straight line equation for the given set of values of x and y. Now we will do one more problem on the straight line equation only. Fit a straight line of the form. Second question. Fit a straight line of the form y is equal to ax plus b for the following data. So given set of values of x and y, I'll write down first. X values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Respective values of y are 9, 8, 10, 12, 11, 13, 14, 16, 15. Now the question is continued. Also find y for x is equal to 10. For the next value of x, we are asked to find out the value of y from the best fitting equation, that is for the straight line. So here we firstly observe that the straight line is given in the form y is equal to ax plus b form. That's what I mentioned. Either the question can be of the form a plus bx or ax plus b. Both are straight line equations. According to the given data, you have to fit the straight line equation. If they have not mentioned a particular form of the question, then we can take whatever the straight line equation we wish to. That is either ax plus b or a plus bx form. So firstly, let us write down the associated normal equations for this. We'll first write down the associated normal equations. Solution. Normal equations are normal equations for y is equal to ax plus b. So how do we obtain the first of the normal equation? We take sigma throughout and obtain the first normal equation, sigma throughout. So what will be sigma b? Means b is added n times. So it will be n into b, n into small letter b. So y is equal to ax plus b is the given format. When we take summation for summation b here, we will be getting n into b. That is, b is added n times. Second of the normal equation is obtained by multiplying throughout by x and taking sigma. So we will write down them. So we have sigma y is equal to a into sigma x plus n into b. Second one, multiplying throughout by x and taking sigma. So sigma xy is equal to a into sigma x square plus b into sigma x. Let us call that as equation 1. And now we will write down what is the value of n here. N stands for, small letter n stands for the number of sets of data given for us from the question. So we have 9 sets of data because x takes from 1 to 9 directly in steps of 1. So we can directly write down n is equal to 9. There are 9 sets of values of x and y given for us. Now in the next page, we will form the table appropriately. So in the table, first 2 columns will be the given set of values of x and y. The next column will be for x into y and then x square. Whatever the summations are required for us, appropriately we are going to prepare the relevant table. So let us create the table now. So we will just mention what are the column names. We have to create 4 columns always for straight line equation. So first 2 columns are for x and y. The next set of column is for x into y followed by x square. So first column x, y, x into y, x square. Given set of values of x are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The respective values of y are 9, 8, 10, 12, 11, 13, 14, 16, 15. Now we have x into y. So product of these 2 columns should be done. 1 into 9, 2 into 8, 3 into 10. Like that, respective values should be multiplied. X into y. That gives us 9, 16, 30, 48, 55, and 13, 6 are 78, 98, 128, and the last value 130. Now the next column, that is x square, we have to prepare. X values are these 1 to 9, squaring them. Their square should be written here. So we have the respective values as 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. These are the respective values of x square we have written. Now we need to sum up these values. Summing up, we will write down their sum in the bottom. So summation x is equal to 45. Summation y is equal to 108. Summation x into y is equal to 597. And summation x square is 285. Can use calculator and calculate all these values respectively. Now we will substitute all these summations into equation 1 and solve the simultaneous equations. While substituting, I'll take care that I'll substitute the LHS in the RHS place and RHS in the LHS place. Just vice versa, I'm substituting just for convenience so that directly we can substitute into the calculator. So what I mean to say is, I will substitute sigma x into A plus n into B in the left hand side. So which gives me 45A plus 9B is equal to 108. 108 is summation y. So summation y was in the left hand. Now I am writing in the right hand side. This I write it down in this way only because we can calculate directly the simultaneous equation in the calculator. That is the only reason behind writing in this manner. Now the next one will be, what is the next equation? Summation x square A plus summation x into B. Summation x square, which is 285. So 285A plus 45B is equal to summation x square. Summation x into y in the right hand side. Summation x into y is 597. So solving simultaneously, we get A is equal to, can use calculator and solve these equations. So by solving simultaneously, we are getting A is equal to 0.95 and B is equal to 7.25. 7.25. So what should we do of A and B values? We'll put them into the given curve. We will fit them into the given curve. Substituting into the given curve, therefore, the curve of best fit is y is equal to ax plus b form. So this gives us y is equal to 0.95 into x plus 7.25. 7.25. Now that's not the end of the problem. There was something else being asked for us. Also find y for x is equal to 10. For x is equal to 10, we have to now find out from this best fitting equation, you have to now find out the respective value of y for x is equal to 10. So when we take x is equal to 10, take x is equal to 10, use calculator and tell me the answer. So we get y is equal to 16.75. The respective value is 16.75. So this is how we do problems on fitting of a straight line equation. The straight line equation might be of the form a plus bx or ax plus b. These are both the formats of the question. Now we will take up problems on second degree parabolic equations. So next two problems I would like to consider on second degree parabola equations. So third one, fit a second degree parabola of the form. So they have mentioned a particular form of the question. Y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square for the following data. For the following data. So let us write down the given data. So x and y values are given for us 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the respective values of y are 1, 1.8, 1.3, 2.5, and 2.3. So sometimes a decimal set of values also might be given for us. The calculator will help us to do the problem easily. So let us first frame the normal equations for the second degree parabola. Solution. Normal equations for y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Particular format, if they have mentioned, you will take it in the same one, or else you can also take ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c. The choice will be ours if the particular form of the question will not be given. So normal equations are, how do we write down normal equations for a second degree parabola? We'll recall that first. Since there are three constants involved, a, b, and c, the first of the normal equation is obtained by taking sigma throughout. Second one, multiply by x and take sigma. Third equation, multiply by x square and take sigma. We'll do that respectively now. So first equation, take sigma directly. Sigma y is equal to a is added n times, so na plus b into sigma x plus c into sigma x square. Second one, multiply by x, so xy is equal to a sigma x plus b sigma x square plus c into sigma x cube. Third one, sigma x square y is equal to a sigma x square plus b into sigma x cube plus c into sigma x square 4. Since there are three constants involved, a, b, c in the second degree parabola, we write out three normal equations. So here, what is the value of n? How many sets of data is given for us? 5 sets of data is given for us. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 sets of data is given for us. That is why n equal to 5 here. Now we will frame the table relevantly. How to frame the relevant table for a second degree parabola? The first two columns are x and y, which is obvious. For all the problems, first two columns will be x and y. Then we want x into y, x square y summation. We also need x square, x cube, x power 4. So what and all is required for us from the summations looking into the normal equations? Accordingly, seeing them, we are going to prepare the relevant table. So we will write on the table now. How many columns are required? First column is x. Second column for y. Third column for x into y. Fourth column I will prepare for x square y. Then for x square, x cube, x power 4. You can prepare those columns first, then accordingly x square y. So like that also we can do. So we need two more columns. I'm not wrong. First two columns x, y. Then we have x square, x cube, x power 4, followed by x into y. And the last column will be for x square y. I'm not using the last one. It's not in need of. So prepare the relevant table. Accordingly, you can fill the data. Okay. First I will take x, y, followed by x square, x cube, x power 4, x into y, x square y. We have to look into the columns properly and then do while calculating. I'll fill the data. X values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Respective values of y are 1, 1.8, 1.3, 2.5, 2.3. Now x square. So respective square values we have to write down 0, 1, 4, 9, 16. Looking into the column of x, I am writing down x square values. Then we have x cube. So cube the values of x and write down. So we respectively obtain 0, 1, 2 cube 8, 3 cube 20, 7, 4 cube 64. Then we have x power 4 values which are 0, 1, 16, 81, and then 256. Then we have x into y column, x into y. You have to do product of these two values, 0 into 1, 1 into 1.8, 2 into 1.3, 3 into 2.5, like that. So please use calculator and do appropriately. I'll write down x into y is 0, 1.8, 2.6, 7.5, 9.2. And x square y. You have already taken x square values, multiply x square into y column. So 1 into 0, 1.8 into 1, 1.3 into 4, 2.5 into 9, 2.3 into 16. Like that you can multiply and directly fill this column. So x square into y will be 0, 1.8, 5.2, 22.5, then 36.8. Now we can sum up each of these columns. We are in required of summation of each of these columns. So we'll do the summation now. Summation x is equal to, sum of all the x values will give us 10. Summation y is equal to 8.9. Then we have summation x into y is equal to 21.1 Just check it out. Then, oh, this is summation x square value. So we have to write down summation x square value here. Summation x square is 30. Summation x square is 30 for us. 30. Then we have summation x cube. X cube summing up, we will get 100. Then summation x power 4 we have, which is equal to 354. Then we have summation x into y. X into y is 21.1. X square y, summation x square y will be 66.3. You can just use calculator to write down all these values. So we have written sum of all the required things. We will substitute all these into equation 1 and solve the simultaneous equations. It is 3 equations, 3 unknowns in your calculator. Okay, so we'll do that in the next page. Substituting in equation 1. Substituting all the summations into equation 1. Again, I'll take care that I'll write down the LHS part in the RHS and RHS part in the LHS, just for convenient while substituting into the calculator. So NA, N is 5. 5A plus 10B plus 30C is equal to 8.9. So like that, my first equation will be. So let us substitute all the values. 5A plus 10B plus 30C is equal to 8.9. Second equation, 10A plus 30B plus 100C is equal to 21.1. And finally, 30A plus 100C, this should have been B, plus 354C is equal to 66.3. Solving simultaneously, we get constants A, B, C values. So A we obtain as 1.08, B is 0.42, C is minus 0.02. Thus, the curve of best fit. The curve of best fit is y is equal to the given format. What is the given format? A plus bx plus cx square form. So we will substitute in that a plus bx plus cx square. This gives us y is equal to 1.08 plus 0.42 x minus 0.02 x square minus 0.02 x square. So this is how we are able to do and solve a second degree parabolic equation. Second degree parabolic equation. We'll take up one more problem on second degree parabolic equation. So it's a fourth problem that I would like to do. Fit a parabola. Fit a parabola y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c by the method of least squares for the following data. So a set of data x and y is given for us. For those set of values of x and y, we need to fit a second degree parabola of form ax square plus bx plus c. The previous one was of the form a plus bx plus cx square. Now I took another format of the question, that is ax square plus bx plus c. So given set of values of x and y are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Respective values of y are 3.07, 12.85, 31.47, 57.38, 91.29. So these are the set of values of x and y given for us. Now, very firstly, we will frame the normal equations for this. The normal equations for the format ax square plus bx plus c we have to frame and then form the relevant table. First, let us write down the normal equations. Normal equations for y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c are, so since it is a parabolic equation, three constants involved, a, b, c, we'll have to write down three equations. The three equations will be, first one directly taking sigma throughout, second one we multiply by x and take sigma throughout, third equation multiply by x square and take sigma. So let us do that. First equation, sigma y is equal to a into sigma x square plus b into sigma x plus sigma c will give us n into c. Sigma c when we take means the constant c is added n times, which will give us n into c. Second equation, multiply by x and take sigma. So x into y is equal to a into sigma x cube plus b into sigma x square plus c into sigma x. Third one, multiply throughout by x square and take sigma. So sigma x square y is equal to a into sigma x power 4 plus b into sigma x cube plus c into sigma x square. So together I will call it as equation 1. And here, what is the value of n? N sets of data will be given for us. Here we have 5 sets of data. 5 sets of data. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Particularly, there are 5 sets of values of x and y given for us. That is why n is equal to 5. Now we'll form the appropriate table. The table involves all the summations required for us from the normal equations. Means we'll be in requirement of summation x, summation y, summation x square, x cube, x power 4, x into y, x square y. So all these summations will be in requirement for us. Accordingly, we'll prepare a table. First column is for x values. Second one is for y values. Next for x square. Then for x cube, x power 4, x into y, and finally for x square y. X into y and finally for x square y. Now let us fill the values of x and y in the first two columns. Respective values of x and y should be filled in the first two columns. X, y, followed by x square, x cube, x power 4, x into y, x square y. X square y. So let us fill the data. The values of x given are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The respective values of y are 3.07, 12.85, 31.47, followed by 57.38. Then we have 91.29. Then we need to square the values of x. So x square, x cube, x power 4. Squaring, cubing, and then power 4. So I'll write on the respective values. You can use calculator and do 4, 16, 36, 64, 100. By cubing the values of x, we obtain 8, 64, 216, 512, 1000. X power 4, 16, 256, 1296, 4096. Then lastly it is 10,000. So these are the values of x square, x power 4. Now we will come to x into y column. X into y. So 2 into 3.07, 4 into 12.85, 6 into 31.47. Like that you have to do. So which gives us 6.14, 51.4, 188.82, 459.04, 912.90. Similarly, x square y column. So x square we have already done, multiplied by y. So like that we can perform using calculator. We'll be able to get I just missed out some of the values if I'm not wrong. Yeah, nothing. We'll continue x square y column. So 12.28, 205.6, then 1132.92, 3672.32, and last value 9129.00. Now we need to sum up all these values and write down the summations. We'll just sum up and write down the summations now for each particular column. So sum of all x values will give us 30. Sum of all y values is giving us 196.06. Then we have summation x square. Summation x square is giving us 220. Summation x cube is 1800. Summation x power 4 is 15,664. Summation x into y. Summation x into y is 1618.3. Summation x square y is 14152. 14152.12. Just check out this value, 14,152.12. Now what shall we do of all these summations? We need to substitute into equation 1. That is the normal equations what we have already written. We will substitute into equation 1 and solve them. So equation 1 becomes, while writing or while substituting, we always take care that RHS is written in the LHS, LHS is written in the RHS, just for convenient to solve in the calculator. So we get 220A plus 30B plus 5C is equal to 196.06. Second equation, 1800A plus 220B plus 30C is equal to 1618.3. And the third equation, 15,664 A plus 1800 B plus 220 C is equal to 14,152.12. Solving them simultaneously, we get, solving simultaneously, we get A is equal to 0.99, B is equal to minus 0.86, C is equal to 0.696. Solving for A, B, C, we are getting these values. Thus, the curve of best fit. How do we obtain the curve of best fit? Is by substituting into the given equation. Second degree parabolic equation here is y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So we are substituting in that ax square plus bx plus c. So this gives us y is equal to 0.99x square minus 0.86 x plus 0.696. Ax square plus bx plus c. In that format, we are substituting the equation. So this is how problems on second degree parabola can be worked out. Now we will see next problem on y is equal to ax power b form of the curve. Y is equal to ax power b form of the curve. Power forms of the curves will always get reduced to straight line equations. So let us first write down the question. Fit the curve of the form y is equal to ax power b, y is equal to ax power b for the following data. So given set of values of x and y are, x values are 1, 5, 7, 9, 12, and respective values of y are 10, 15, 12, 15, 21. So we will recall how to do problems on y is equal to ax power b form of the questions. We firstly take log on both sides, that is natural logarithmic on both sides. Taking natural logarithmic and applying the logarithmic properties, we will be able to reduce to straight line equation. And once we have reduced to a straight line equation, we can automatically form the normal equations for the same, and appropriately a relevant table can be prepared. So table values, summations are going to help us to substitute into the normal equations and solve for A and B. Here we will be turning out the constant small a to capital A by taking log A is equal to capital A. So we will do that. First we will have to consider the given curve and take log on both sides. The solution. Consider the given curve y is equal to ax power b. Take log on both sides, ln. We are taking natural logarithmic. I'll indicate that by ln because that is what we use in our calculator. So ln y is equal to ln into ax power b. So this is ln a plus ln into x power b. So this was of the form log of a into b, which is log a plus log b form. Now we will apply log m power n formula. Log m power n is n log m. So this is log a plus b log x. Now let us make use of the appropriate substitutions. Let us substitute log y is equal to capital Y, log a is equal to capital A, and log x is equal to capital X. So that we reduce to capital Y is equal to capital A plus small b into x, which represents a straight line. For us. Now we need to write down the normal equations for this straight line. Normal equations are sigma capital Y is equal to n into capital A plus b into sigma x, and sigma capital X into y is equal to a sigma x plus b sigma x square. So these are the normal equations. Later we will substitute all the summations into these normal equations, which will help us to find out capital A and small b, which are the constants involved here. Capital A and small b we will be able to find out. Now let us prepare the relevant table. Now the first two columns will be for small x and small y, that is the given data for us. So we'll have to write down small x in the first column, small y in the second column, followed by, we have framed capital X and capital Y. We have taken capital X as log X and capital Y as log Y. So we need to frame columns for those two also, which is a new thing here, which we do in the power form of the problems only. So this is for log X is equal to capital X, and this is for log Y is equal to capital Y. Followed by, we have two more columns, x into y and x square. X into y followed by x square. So let us fill the values now. First two columns are for small x, small y. And then we have capital X is equal to log x, capital Y is equal to log y. Followed by capital X into capital Y and then capital X square. Based on what all summations are required for us, accordingly we will prepare the table. We are in requirement of summation capital Y, summation capital XY, summation capital X, summation capital X square. So accordingly, we have prepared these columns. Now let us fill small x, small y values. That is the given set of values for us from the data. Small x values are 1, 5, 7, 9, 12. And small y values are 10, 15, 12, 15, 21 respectively. Now with these values, we will find out using calculator ln x, log x for each of the values of x we are preparing. So use calculator and write down these values. So log 1 is 0, log 5, log to the base e for 5 is 1.6094. The next log 7 is 1.9459, 2.1972 for log 9, and log 12 is 2.4849. Then coming on to similar way, log y column. Log y means we have y values tabular column 10, 15, 12, 15, 21. We are going to take natural logarithmic of those y values, which will fetch us this column values. We shall do them one by one using calculator. So it is 2.3026, 2.7081, 2.4849, 2.7081, 3.0445. So these are the capital Y values. Now we have to do the product, capital X into capital Y, product of these two columns. So 0 into 2.3026 is 0. Similarly, 1.6094 into 2.7081, which gives us 4.3584. Next one in a similar way, 4.8354, 5.9502, 7.5653, and the next column is for x square. So we have capital X. These are our capital X values, which is ln x or log x. We have to take x square, squaring these values. Observe in each of these cases, we are rounding off all our values to 4 decimal places. We are taking a consistency of 4 decimal places to round off. That's just a consistency to have an accurate answer. That's all. So capital X square we are trying to do. So 0 square is 0, followed by 1.6094 square will give us 2.5902, 3.7865, 4.8277, and the last value 6.1747. So these are our capital X square values. Now we'll have to take summation of these values. Let's sum it up. You can use calculator and sum of these values. So we have to find out summation, which all is required, only them we will find out. Small x, small y summations are not required. So we will go with summation capital X, which is required in our normal equation. Summation capital Y is required. Summation capital XY is required. Summation capital X square is required. So only these four columns we are going to sum up, right? So I'll just write down the sum. You can verify using calculator. So summation capital X is equal to 8.2374. Summation capital Y is equal to 13.2482. Summation capital XY is equal to 22.7093. And finally, summation capital X square value is 17.3791. Now, using all these summations, we will substitute into the normal equations and we will solve the system of equations simultaneously. What is the value of n here? N is the sets of data given for us. There are 5 sets of data given. So n is equal to 5 in this case. And while substituting these values, we will take care that we are writing LHS to RHS, RHS to LHS just for convenient. So we will do that in the next page. We have substituting in equation 1. Equation 1, the system of equations that we obtain is 5a because n is equal to 5 plus 8.2374b is equal to 13.2482. Second equation is 8.2374a plus 17.3791b is equal to 22.7093. Solving these equations simultaneously, we get capital A is equal to, we are solving for capital A and small b. Your calculator might be showing for small x, small y. We are actually solving for capital A and small b. So capital A we are obtaining as 2.2676. Again, I am rounding off my answers to 4 decimal places. Small b is equal to 0.2319. Small b is my final constant value. But capital A is not the actual constant involved in the given question if we observe. Capital A is not the actual constant involved in the given question. So I have to find out small a. Small a is nothing but the anti-log of capital A. So this gives us small a is equal to e power capital A. So this is e power 2.2676, which will give us 9.6562. Now, what was the purpose of finding small a and small b? We will substitute small a and small b into the given curve y is equal to ax power b, which will give us the curve of best fit. So therefore, the curve of best fit is y is equal to ax power b. So that is y is equal to a value into x power b, 0.2319. So that is the curve of best fit for the given set of data. Now we will take one last problem on y is equal to ax power b, which will help us to have more idea about the methodology. Sixth one, fit a curve of the form y is equal to ax power b for the following data. Given data is x values are 77, 100, 185, 239, 285. The respective values of y are 2.4, 3.4, 7.0, 11.1, 19.6. These are the set of values of x and y given. We'll have to work out in the same manner as we did the previous one. So we will consider the given curve and take log on both sides first. Ax power b is the given curve. Taking natural logarithmic, so log a plus log x power b, and we can write it down as log a plus b into log x by applying the natural logarithmic properties. Now let us substitute log y is equal to capital Y, log x is equal to capital X, log a is equal to capital A. With these, we will arrive at capital Y is equal to a plus b into x, which represents a straight line. So we will write down the normal equations for this straight line first. Normal equations are sigma y is equal to NA plus b into sigma x, multiplying throughout by x, and we take sigma. So sigma capital XY is equal to a sigma x plus b into sigma x squared. Now we will form the relevant table. In the table, first two columns involves the set of values of x and y given in the data. And then we will have to frame for capital X, capital Y, followed by capital X into Y and capital X squared. So these are the set of columns required for this. Let us fill the data. Small x and small y values are given. So small x, small y, followed by capital X is equal to log x, capital Y is equal to log y. And then we have capital X into Y, capital X into capital Y, followed by x squared. The columns are interchanged also, no issues. Small x, small y values are given for us. Let us fill that by the question. 77, 100, 185, 239, 285. Small y values are 2.4, 3.4, 7.0, 11.1, 19.6. Now we will find out capital X, which is ln x, log of natural logarithmic of small x values. That is log 77, log 100, log 185, like that we have to find out from the calculator. It is ln in your calculator. So the values are, respective values are 4.3438, 4.6052, 5.2204, 5.4765, and lastly 5.6523. The next column is capital Y, which is ln y. So ln of 2.4, ln 3.4, etc. we have to find out, which gives us 0.8755, 1.2238, followed by 1.9459, 2.4069, and lastly 2.9755. Next, we have capital X into capital Y. Product of these two columns we have to perform, which gives us 3.8030, 5.6358, 10.1584, 13.1814, and lastly 16.8190. An x square column. We have capital X values, third column. We have to square them and write it down in the last column. So which gives us 18.8686, 21.2079, 27.2526, 29.9921, and lastly 31.9508. So obviously I have rounded all my values to 4 decimal places. Now we need to sum up these values and write down. So summation capital X gives us 25.2984. Summation capital Y gives us 9.4276. Summation capital X into Y gives us 49.5976. Summation capital X square 129.272. You can verify these values from the calculator. Here there are 5 sets of data given for us, so we will substitute all these summations and n is equal to 5 into equation 1. So equation 1 gives us, while writing equation 1, I will substitute LHS to RHS and RHS to LHS. So the system of equations that we need to solve are these. Solving these system of equations, we will be getting capital A and small b values. So capital A minus 5.6708, small b we are obtaining as 1.4934. With capital A, we will find out small a. Small a is anti-log of capital A. So small a is e power minus 5.6708, which we will obtain as a small value 3.445 into 10 power minus 3. So thus the curve of best fit. The curve of best fit will be substituting small a and small b into the given curve. Thus, the curve of best fit is y is equal to ax power b form, so which will give us y is equal to 3.445 into 10 power minus 3 into x power 1.4934. So this is how we work problems on curve fitting. Hope you have all followed. Thank you for watching.